So without us, the cleansing would never happen.
Just think for a moment. When did the High Ones ever do anything other than manipulate you? Did they ever physically influence any events? They incited the Nehrims to march against you, and time and again confirmed the righteousness of both your causes. All they told you, all they showed you, was what you wanted to hear, and what you wanted to see. And yes, if you, Tealor and Theal, his order, and the Nehrimis had never acted, the cleansing would never have happened.
That's amazing. So there's really no reason for this at all.
Maybe there is, but if so, I do not know it. But the more turns of the cycle I witness, the more I get the impression that it is some kind of trial. A cosmic game woven by powers we have not even come close to comprehending.
Oh shit.
Maybe this is just wishful thinking, to give all this pain a meaning when it does not have one. Maybe the High Ones are simply a law of nature, a concept, and we give birth to them by believing there is such a thing as an ultimate external enemy in the first place. The eternal struggle with ourselves. Perhaps that is just part of what it means to exist.
Yeah, so he probably just started the cleansing, and that means all of humanity's gonna die?
Like 1,000 others before him, the High Ones knew exactly what they had to do to get him to commit this last act of desperation. They played him with his weaknesses and fears, like a figure on a chessboard. And the saddest part is that until the very end, he will believe that he has done something good.
The very end. He wouldn't accept failure no matter the price.
That was his greatest fear, yes. To be remembered as a failure, a broken man. That was the stream the High Ones manipulated him from the moment he died, after attempting to flee from his prison on Nehrim.
He died? Yeah, what do you mean he died?
He is dead, Prophet. He is a fleshless one of the mightiest tools of the High Ones.
So they lied when they said he wasn't. I'm dead. Well, what is this then, an illusion?
I wish it were. The methods of how the High Ones influence us are plentiful, and the red madness and their ability to enter our dreams are not their only means. Their mightiest tool is the creation of projections, fleshless ones, or emissaries, as they are also called.
Ariel was kind of fleshless.
If a person dies, and if this person has one last unfulfilled wish, a compulsion, then the High Ones have the power to create a projection of him. An immaterial image of the deceased, which thinks itself real, and is perceived as such. What no one notices, not even the projection itself, are two things. Firstly, it is driven by this last unfulfilled desire. Secondly, it becomes an idealized version of its former self, almost tailor-made to free itself from the last compulsion, that ultimate scourge. The daughters of fishermen become warriors. Broken generals become charismatic and driven leaders who seem almost too determined to be real. You are one of these projections, as are all of the emissaries. You are a fleshless one, a spirit searching for liberation from something. I do not know your past before.
Yeah, I wanted to be free at the start.
Because before you became the prophet, you were insignificant. But what happened to you and your friend on that ship? You never survived it. You drowned in the Red Sea, and in that very moment, the High Ones entered your mind and made you into what you are today.
Yeah.
And other than myself, the High Ones knew your compulsion, knew the desire that drove you. Whatever it was, it made you predictable, and it allowed them to play you, just as they played Enderal and Coarek. Do you see it now? Every dream the High Ones sent you, every time they appeared to you, they all had but a single purpose: to feed your self-image, to push you in a certain direction. They wanted you to play the game for their purposes, and they succeeded. You read the echo of the future, as other prophets did before you. You helped Enderal reconstruct the beacon, and led him to the Numinos. When he saw that it would be taken away from him at the very last instant, his fear of failure led him into doing what he did. You are not to blame, Prophet. You did what countless others did before you.
Aww.
And you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do.
Thanks, man.
Only one thing is different. In all the time I have been here, never before did a projection realize its own nature. You were meant to dissolve like the rest of mankind.
Yeah.
Yet, here you stand, and I tell you the truth. This was never meant to happen.
You ever listen to yourself? Damn. The beacon was a trap.
No, it is as I said. For as long as the cycle has existed, so has the beacon. It is an element of the game, and it has the power to end it, whether in favor of the High Ones, or in favor of mankind. Yet for as long as I have been trapped here, the latter has never happened.
So the High Ones made me do it.
They gave you impulses, nudges in the right direction. Those who know a person's past know which strings to pull.
What about the Starlings? How'd they flee the cycle?
The Starlings, in their time, were called the Yuslan Rocio. And yes, they manipulated the game in their favor. Their goals were similar to mine when I created the Goliath. They were a small circle of highly intelligent craftsmen and mages. And just like myself, they did not think the cycle could be won by the beacon alone. So by unknown means, they fled into the sky and created something that protected their city from the cleansing.
What happened to them? Are they really the ancestors of our Starlings?
Yes. But knowledge about their history is sparse, since the Star City was almost beyond the reach of my eye. But I know that its first centuries were glorious. The Yuslan Rocio lived in harmony, and their society was the pinnacle of all that mankind could be. With time, however, their population grew. They became too numerous for their small city, and so they invented their golden rules, which were supposed to control their growth. Having children was regulated now, and those who were found guilty of a crime were punished heavily. The worst sentence was being exiled. The convicted were robbed of their memories and sent back to Earth.
Oh no.
This is where the starlings of your world come from. Do you see?
So they're the descendants of criminals?
They all feel this longing to return to a far distant place in the stars. It is an ancestral memory.
Why was the city deserted?
I do not know. As I said, my knowledge about the starlings was always limited. All I do know is that one day they were gone. I could not feel them anymore. By that time, their society had become but a shadow of what it once was. But whether they destroyed themselves or left for someplace else, I will never find out.
Aww. Maybe there's a reason for all this.
Oh, stop it. No,
maybe we can stop the cleansing.
By the name of the sun. It is so ironic that the veiled woman did not lead you here earlier. It is over, Prophet. You are strong. But regardless of how long your power can protect you from the light of the cleansing, eventually you will dissolve too. Even if... Wait. No. Maybe you are right. Maybe there is a way.
Oh? What?
But no. It would be pointless.
Why?
Forgive me, I have to think. Yes, there could be a way. What I told you is true. Here on Earth, you would not survive the cleansing. But there is one place where you could. The Star City.
Oh?
I know that you brought something back from your journey there. The escape pods. And I know that they can also take you back there, for I have seen the Yuslan Rocio, the ancient starlings, do so.
Alright, hell yeah.
Whatever has protected the city over all these millennia, it would protect you too. Yes, you could survive it. By the face of time, you could.
So you want me to flee? It wouldn't stop the cleansing.
No, it would not. But that is irrelevant. You are fleshless, a projection. And just like me, time cannot touch you. Age cannot kill you. And thus you could succeed where I have failed.
Okay.
You could wait for the cleansing to be over. And then create a new humanity.
Oh yeah. You wanna?
Create a new humanity. It is only a matter of time until the new turn of the cycle starts. New life will come forth. First, simple life, then human. And just like the civilizations before them, they will also fall victim to the High Ones, because they will have the same weaknesses as we do. But not with your help. You could be a god to them. You could guide their ascent. You could shape a mankind free of egos and weaknesses. And by doing so, you would deprive the High Ones of their power. Just imagine, in this new world, there would be no need for a beacon, because the High Ones simply would not have any strings to pull on. Mankind will defeat them by becoming superior.
What makes you think I'd survive up in the Star City?
Yes, because that old starling did harm to the city by trying to destroy a crystal. That awoke the Guardians, but they are asleep now. I can feel it. You would be safe, believe me.
Would mean leaving mankind to die.
No, they are already dead, damn it. Orinthiel has lit the beacon, And unlike anything else you could do right now, this would be a chance for permanent change. By the face of time, do not let all of this become meaningless. Every second you
He is right.
lessens your chance to get to safety.
Mankind without ego, what's
The
that mean?
high ones reap, we sow. It is our weakness that make the high ones strong. Our ongoing fragility. And if not for that, the high ones would be powerless. You could be the one to create a humanity like that. Altruism instead of greed. Self-responsibility instead of the continuous search for an enemy. Awareness instead of blindness.
Makes you believe
The
that.
Lightborn tried to force their ideals onto an already rotten people. Just like the Pyrean sun priest and the countless false deities before them. You cannot save a tree whose roots have already withered. But with you as a deity to lead this new mankind, it would be entirely different. You could completely change what it means to be human. And would it not be presumptuous to rob the world of this chance? Simply because you are afraid of failing? Believe me, I would give a lot for this chance.
Shit. You hinted at something, though, to save all the other people. Fuck.
Yes, I regret that I did. Please, right now, you have the chance to break a millennial-old pattern. Do not let it go to waste. I beg you.
I'll make a decision once you told me all the options.
Ah, you are so stubborn. But, well, you might be able to destroy the beacon itself. The light, it consumes everyone who gets too close to it. But you, as a projection, you might be able to do it.
Oh.
It will not stop what the beacon has already done, but it will interrupt it. However, it would mean your death. Yours and that of all life in Enderal. It is too late to save them now. And even if you succeed, it changes nothing. Yes, Coarek would be dead. But do you think the High Ones would just give up? They would retreat for a few years. Decades, maybe. No more. And then it would all happen again. Until another emissary lights the beacon. Trust me, I know humans far better than I would like to. Within a few years you would be forgotten, and they would win, as they always do.
If someone, knew everything you just told me and they fled.
And who would that be? Even if there were someone, do you think anyone would listen? If you were to tell them that humanity itself is to blame, that the ultimate enemy does not even exist.
With a shot.
You are delaying the inevitable, nothing more. And you are throwing away a chance, which we might never have again.
Better not be the choice right here. Maybe life could be different.
It means a lot to me to hear you say that. What is important now is that we act quickly. The cleansing is already happening, and you will not have much time left to flee. You must go through the portal and then back to the temple. Then you have to activate the pods, and the rest will happen automatically. When all this is over, I will try to reach out to you.
Yeah, you gonna be my boy? Is Calia dead?
She is.
What?
Sorry. But this is one more reason why you have to do the right thing. Please.
No way.
Make her death matter.
Alright, I'll try to get back to the temple.
Hurry. You will feel the light as soon as you are back on the surface. And given time, it will consume you. But you will succeed. I feel it. There is one more thing I need to ask of you, however. One final request. I want you to shut me down.
Playing me. Because you said you'd contact me afterwards. What do you mean, kill you?
Yes. I want to finally rest.
Well, you can't contact me afterwards,
Please do not
then.
try to convince me to do otherwise. All that. I do not want to be a part of it any longer. I have not wanted to for a long, long time. Please, do it. The switch is
You're playing me.
That was how I connected myself to the Goliath. It will cut the connection as well. Do it, and then go. Go and fulfill your fate.
That switch?